All right, so it's the first full day of our saga. We got about 400 miles yesterday. Left Largo, Florida about 4 o'clock. Drove, I think, 402 miles. Now we're in Macon, Georgia. So, just to give you an idea what's going on here. I'm the last bus. I've got my bike with me, my new bike. Isn't that amazing? Now that needs to go in there. And we got another 400 miles that we have to do today. So, I had it out riding a little bit this morning, kind of loosen up my legs before a 400-mile drive. So, I'll do a little filming when I can, but we're off. Another 400 miles a day to Columbia, Tennessee. Well, all right, guys, here I am, Michael, Resolve Life Training. I am in, where the hell am I? I am in Columbia, Tennessee. I'm 750 miles away from Largo, Florida, which is where I started yesterday about 4 p.m. I'm in Columbia. We've got our lodging all set up. The other guys are all, can you hear that? Yeah, it storms here. The other guys are all going out to eat. I had a little snack. I came out on a bike ride. You can see my bike right about there. There.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing
Okay, so here we are. This is the big day. This is the day we all move out. The band is right over there. And they're rehearsing. That's all they do. They eat, rehearse, and make a mess. So I've got about an hour. I'm going to skate around. I rode my bike around town yesterday. I'm going to do a little bit of skating because I do shit like that. I always try to get something in. Doesn't matter where I'm at, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I figure there's always time to get some kind of exercise in. I think it's probably better for my weight, better for my health. But more than that, it's better than my sanity. I mean, this is one of those jobs. I'm gonna be with these guys 24 hours a day for the next 50 days. And it's very easy to lose yourself in a job like this. It just all becomes about work. Everything you're doing, sleeping, you're still working, eating, you're still working, you're with the group. They always need something, you're always going somewhere. And it's very easy to just completely lose yourself somewhere in the operation. So I make sure I have my board, I have my running shoes, I have my bike. I'm gonna get out and do something. You know, even if I only get 15, 20 minutes to myself, I'm gonna do something physical. And I'm gonna do something on my own. So that's kind of what this is. In about 30, 40 minutes, 200 kids are gonna come charging these 4 buses. They're all gonna wanna get on. And for about the next 15, 18 hours, I'm not gonna have any time to myself. So that's why, you know, like I always say, it all comes down to a decision. It's not that you don't have time. You always have time. But you have to make it a priority. I had to get up a little bit earlier than I wanted to today so I could come out here and make sure I had some time to do what I wanted to do, because the next 15, 18 hours of my life is committed to them. So it would have been very easy to just dismiss this and say, well, I really don't have time for me. I don't have time to do what I love. And like I said, I've done a video on this before. It's very easy to move what you love off of the to-do list so you can service what other people want. And I understand that our lives involve that to a degree. It's called working. Nobody is free of that completely. But if you make adjustments, stay up a little late, get up a little early, sometimes you might have to actually tell somebody no. And there is absolutely no easy way to tell somebody no. It's not a word people are accustomed to hearing these days, right? The squeaky wheel gets the grease. The more they piss and moan, the more they get what they want. And sometimes you might just have to tell somebody you're crossing the line. I got to take some time for myself. But generally that's not the case. I don't generally have to do that. Get up a half hour early, go to bed a half hour late, carve some time out in the middle while the other drivers are eating 4,000 calories over at the Golden Corral. I have a little snack, go out and get on my bike, things like that. There's always adjustments that could be made. But I guess if I have a point, if my rambling is leading to anything, it's leading to something I've already talked about. Do not scratch what you love off the list simply so you can accommodate what somebody else demands of you. Make time. There's always time. All right, so here we are. This is, well, I don't know what day this is. Day 3, day 4, day 3 with the group, day 4 of the trip. I'm in Canton, Ohio. Or excuse me, that's not true. I'm in Portsmouth, Ohio. I am just across the Ohio River border from Kentucky. And I came in at night, but even driving around at night, I really got the impression this was kind of a cute little, like a little Norman Rockwell-ish type of town. I mean, I noticed there was a Subway sandwich shop last night, and the building that it was in looked like it had to be 150 years old. So, it's nice and flat, it's by the river, it's a beautiful day, mid-80s. I've got the day off here in Portsmouth today. And I've got most of tomorrow off, and then I start driving this group to Allentown, Pennsylvania at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. It's like a 500-mile drive through the middle of the night. So I really want to make the most out of today. So I'm breaking the bike out. Gonna go explore, I guess. For the bike to fit in there, I have to lower the seat, which is fine. For my bigger bike, I have to take the wheels off and everything to get it in here. So this isn't that much to have to put up with. Now this isn't a proper fit. This is just kind of a rough estimation. What I do is I just raise the seat up roughly to about where my hip is. That's a good general idea. It's going to be in the vicinity of where I want it. It wouldn't be perfect, but it's going to be good for today. So we'll take a quick look here. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, so here we are. This is the, well, here, look. It's a suspension bridge. So that's the Ohio River. And I've already crossed back over into Kentucky. So, interesting thing about this river, and I'm not 100% sure I'm right. I think I'm right. But since nobody actually watches these videos, it's really not going to matter one way or the other. So we're just going to go ahead for today's purposes and presume I'm right. If you're familiar with Three Rivers in Pittsburgh, Three River Stadium, this is the Ohio River right here. This is one of the rivers from Three Rivers. You've got the Allegheny, the Monongahela, and the Ohio River, and they all converge in Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken. So here we are, the Ohio River.